Hello, Enterprise First United Methodist Church family. It's good to see all of you today. Today is a special day in the life of the church because today is Epiphany. It's the day that we celebrate the revelation of Jesus Christ, the coming of Jesus Christ into the world. In history, we've always celebrated this as the day that the Magi came from the east, and they came and they witnessed this Christ child. They brought him gifts of gold and of frankincense of myrrh. They recognized his holiness, and they recognized his status as a king, as the King of Kings. Today, we're going to focus not just on that story, but also on the story of what Epiphany means. Epiphany is this moment in the Christian calendar where we just celebrate the coming of Jesus, the revelation that comes of Jesus, this idea that God would be made flesh and be brought into our lives, that God would walk among us. Isaiah, in his prophecy, he wrote in chapter 60, verses 1 through 5, "Arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, a thick darkness is over the people. But the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes and look out about you. All assemble and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters are carried on their arm. Then you will look, and you will be radiant. Your heart will throb and swell with joy. The wealth on the seas will be brought to you. The riches of the nations will come." Here the prophet Isaiah is talking about what it will be like when this Christ child comes, when the Messiah comes, when the one who God has promised is revealed to us. And today, in this season of Epiphany, we need to think about what it means to be people who are experiencing Christ coming in our lives. What does it look like to be people who experience this revelation of Christ in our lives? In the coming weeks, we're going to be celebrating this season of Epiphany and worship, and we're going to have a sermon series that's entitled Called. And we're going to be talking about what it means to be called to follow Jesus, to be called to discipleship, to be called to a life of ministry, and to be called to a life of faithfulness. In these weeks that we celebrate these things, that we talk about these things, my hope and my fervent prayer is that we as a church will experience the movement of God's Spirit in our lives, that we will experience this revelation of Jesus Christ, and that truly we will become a church that lives out its life following Jesus, being discipled, being in ministry, and living our lives faithfully. Happy Epiphany. We'll see you soon.